Today we are going to talk about this lens. Nope, not this one. This is the one. This is Laowa 85mm macro lens, and this is the smallest 2x macro lens in full frame market. And to give you a perspective of how small this lens is, this is Laowa 100mm and this is Sony 90mm macro, and this is Laowa 85mm. And in terms of weight difference, Laowa 100mm for Sony mount weighed about 679 grams. Sony 90mm weighed about 603 grams. And this is without the lens cap and the lens filter. And this is Laowa 85mm. It weighs just 265 grams. Disclaimer first, this is not a sponsored video. I purchased these both Laowa 85mm and 100mm myself. This is how small, compact and lightweight this macro lens is, and this is very important if you are shooting in the field for 5 to 6 hours. And I believe a lot of macro shooters will understand. It is either you train up your muscle, which you will when you shoot more, or you try to reduce the weight from the setup. This lens has a maximum aperture of 5.6 only, and to me, this is not a major concern as I rarely use anything wider than f8, and in fact, most of the time I'm shooting at f16. And of course, for macro lens, shooting at f16 means you require an external light source like a flash or speed light. I believe there are quite a number of creators out there compare this 85mm lens with the big brother's 100mm lens. Technically, I thought I wanted to share my perspective from the field shooting perspective and how great this lens is in helping my shooting trip. I'm shooting handheld all this time, and my setup slowly evolved from the past couple of months every trip when I learned more about the setup and from few of my very experienced shooting buddy. So in this setup, I'm using a twin flash with custom diffuser, a focus light, Laowa 100mm macro lens, Sony a7 III body, and it feels pretty heavy and it weighs about 2.15 kg. And the good thing about this setup is you can actually adjust the lighting condition depending on your subject. But to me, 2.15 kg for shooting handheld outdoor or for a few hours is pretty heavy setup. Now with Laowa 85mm, I can downsize the whole setup to the new setup that I'm going to show you guys. Look at how small this setup is. And this is MK320. And this is the bonnet from Crafty Bells. I make some slight modifications. In case you have not seen my review on Crafty Bells diffuser and reflector systems, please feel free to check out this video. And because of MK320 such a small speed light, I have to custom DIY my reflector system. And a small focus light. So look at how compact this setup is, and it's definitely good for outdoor shooting for long hours. And it weighs only about, let me see, 1.3 kg, which is about half the size of the previous twin head flash setup. And this probably will be my go-to setup for quite a while until I find something else for long hour shooting. With the small size, because of the shorter lens, I can now use smaller speed light like MK320 with less constraint or worry of underpower as opposed to 100mm lens, because 100mm is so much longer, and with 320 you may cast shadow to the subject or underpower to light up the subject. Here are a couple of photos which I took over the weekend. Overall, the picture quality is superb. I love how lightweight the lens is, and when the lens is so small, everything else can be smaller, including the reflector and diffuser system. In terms of aperturing, it is at the most front, so I think it is just nice as I can just switch the aperture ring without the need of seeing it, as it has a click per stops. What I usually do is I switch all the way to f22 and one click back, which is f16. Focusing ring is so smooth, too smooth to my liking. I prefer something tighter, because when I move a lot out there in the field, there are times that I accidentally move the focusing ring, which I usually shoot around 1 to 2 times magnification depending on the size of the subject. In short, my arm, my shoulders and my back are going to thank me for reducing so much weight from the original setup. So that's it for my video today. I hope I gives you some perspective of this lens, and to me size really matters, and really thanks Laowa for creating this amazing lens. Like this video if you feel my video helps in any tiny bit. It will be much appreciated. Subscribe if you aren't already. I'll see you in the next video.